Hi Leo, welcome to your February 2018 reading. I am Hannah from Spiritual Tarot. So today we are just going to start by pulling two oracle cards to kind of give you a general idea of what you need to work on this month, and then we're going to follow it up with your full reading. And this is just a general energy reading for the month. I don't like to get too specific into like love and relationships, just because I feel like I want anyone to be able to watch it, young, old, single, in a relationship, married. Anyways, let's get started. The first deck I'm using is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I am totally obsessed with this deck, but I'm just going to use the book so you guys can kind of hear what animal is kind of working in your life right now. Give me one second. Let's see. Okay, so you guys have horse as your energy. You guys have a very nice, you Leos, you always got it together. I love you guys. But I really feel like, this month you have a very healthy outlook on your life and you're feeling relatively optimistic. You are just kind of in your element. The crystal I chose for you guys is Tiger's Eye, which totally I feel like fits your kind of general air. Citrine would also be a great crystal for you this month. Winter is... you guys are summer people. You have summer birthdays. Your element is fire. Like, you're all about the warmth of the sun. And so I can see the middle of winter being a little hard for you, to just kind of feel in your element, I guess you could say. So using yellow colored stones like citrine or Tiger's Eye is just a really good way to kind of get your energy back up, get you feeling back into yourself, and just kind of beat the winter blues. So your card, like I said, is horse. This is a beautiful card. And horse is part of the element earth. So when they break down the cards, all the animals are into those four categories. So I'm just going to read right from this book. I highly suggest this deck for anyone who likes to use tarot for their own kind of spiritual guidance, for meditations. It's just really great for personal growth and development. So the horse represents momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Building physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. So this is, just an overall extremely positive message that you can really, do anything that you set your mind to. And I don't think that Leos really need to be reminded of that. I think you guys are really good at doing that naturally, but I still feel like, in the winter months, it can be a nice reminder. So yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, and then the next deck I am using is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. And this is just really going to tell you what chakra may just need an extra bit of love and attention this month, what you may need to work on. So I would say if you do meditate, if you do chakra balancing, these cards are just awesome to kind of understand what may be just kind of pushing you out of alignment a little bit and help you kind of get everything back into focus. Okay. So Leo, what do we need to align? Okay, confusion. So that is the crown chakra. Okay, silver cloud. Every silver lining has a cloud. I'm not going to read the whole like story that goes along with the card, but I will tell you what the overall message is. So the inspiration: through willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There's nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity. Can I see confusion as a good thing? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? So this feels super powerful, like a super powerful message for a lot of Leos. There were actually, both cards had a theme of meditation. So I'm getting the feeling that you guys need to slow down a little bit this month. Let's say some of you guys are kind of dealing with the winter blues. I think your natural reaction would be to distract yourself, to stay busy, to make yourself so busy that you essentially can't feel the emotions that you're feeling. But I think both of these cards are kind of telling us that, you know, you're okay. You can do anything you set your mind to, but it's important to meditate and sit with those feelings and not avoid them, not be, you know, worried about feeling uncomfortable. So, and if there's something going on in your life that you're not really understanding, which is what this confusion is kind of alluding to, you know, I think that it's because you're not meant to know the answer just yet. So if there's someone in your life who, you know, isn't giving you an answer, or you know something's going on but you're just not sure like why, don't push it. I think that like you need to sit and wait and like let things unfold naturally, because you guys are naturally the kind of people that like want answers now. Just like go, go, go. Like you need to tell me what's going on right now. And you may not realize that some people like aren't ready, you know, like some people need time. And, you know, this is starting to make more sense. So I pulled my tiger's eye, but this isn't my like true tiger's eye. This is actually a bead that I was going to use for like a necklace. So it's actually of the Buddha. And I love this tiger's eye. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait to use it on something, like a necklace or I don't know, something. But yeah, I think like meditation is like a huge message for you guys this month. Like you need to slow down, you need to get your focus, and you need to just like ground yourself. Okay, we have the Page of Cups coming up first. So this is kind of where we're at in January. Let me just give this another shuffle. So we're going to kind of look at what you guys, like these two cards are kind of like what you need to work on this month. And then we're going to take a look at what you're kind of leaving behind in January. So what you're dealing with right now. And then just go from there. We're going to see, what's going on for the rest of the month. Okay, so Leo. I'll put the page back in here. Leo. Okay, so 3 of Swords is coming up. So I definitely think that some of you guys are afraid to face some pain that's been going on. Oh, I forgot I put something in the toaster and I can smell it. Okay, Page of Cups wants to come out. Okay, I'm back. I took a brief break to eat some toast. Okay, so this Page of Cups He popped out in the beginning of a reading, and I just felt like, nah, I don't think that he's meant to be here. And then he popped out again. So he clearly has a message, and I feel like, I'm going to be real with you, Leos. I feel like recently, you guys put yourself out there. I think that maybe you told someone how you felt. You proposed something, you made an offer. I feel like this is you. And I feel like some of you may have gotten shut down. And I think that in the reality of the matter, it wasn't like a big thing. Like, I don't think that the person thought they were being mean or harsh when they, like, turned you down. I don't think that it was, like, a huge thing, but I do think that it hurt your pride, okay? And, you know, Leos, like, you guys, like, your pride is you. Like, that's what you have. And I feel like this offer or whatever you were kind of, like, propositioning, like, whether or not you were telling someone how you felt, like, you know, you tried to come in from the casual angle, but you were, like, secretly very hurt when you got shut down. And I think that that's what you're kind of dealing with right now. Like, the next cards you have is the Five of Pentacles, which is about a lack. It's about wanting something that you don't have. It also can even point to physical illness. So you may be feeling almost like just down. Like, I feel like this, maybe you didn't want to acknowledge at the time that your pride was hurt, but I think over time, like, it's just been in the back of your mind and you haven't been able to shake it, and you've just been like, that really sucks. I wish I had done this differently. And, like, maybe you're overthinking what you did a little. Like, you should have done something differently. And, you know, when you get like that, when you get stuck in your head, you can make yourself physically sick. Like, you can give yourself a cold, or you can, like, you know, when you start feeling down about things, like, you may just not feel like going into work. You may feel like, you know, I have a headache, or I just don't feel like myself. So, I do kind of feel like, and I think this may be kind of where that confusion card's coming in. Maybe you don't understand why the person did what they did, and you have to trust that it's not always about you. I feel like you may be all up in your feelings, and you may feel like, oh, I don't know what's going on about this situation, which, by the way, doesn't only have to be about love. It could be you not getting picked for a project at work. It could be your friends leaving you out of something or not telling you something. This doesn't have to just be about love. I do get a sense, though, that for a lot of you it is. And, like, as much as I say I don't want to just do, like, specific love readings, February is hard because there's, like, such an expectation for love in February, like, on a subconscious level. Like, everyone knows it's Valentine's Day, and whether or not you want to admit it, on some level, you have an expectation for that day. And I just feel like that like subconscious expectation for what a day should be, just puts love on people's minds, even if, like, normally it wouldn't be a big deal. Even if normally you wouldn't be worried about it, and, you know, maybe you don't care about Valentine's Day, but on a subconscious level, you are aware that what day it is, you know? Like, so I just, like, to be 100% real, like, there's no way that, like, I've actually been surprised with how much, like, allusions to love there's been in the readings so far, and I do kind of feel like at the end of the day what I'm tapping into is nothing more than the fact that, like, many people in February are a little bit more focused on that. Like, we can't help it. It's what we've been programmed to kind of think about. That being said, I really get a sense of whoever this person or whatever the situation is that you feel like you just don't understand why it didn't go in your favor. I think it is because there's something else going on that you aren't aware of. I think maybe, you know, maybe the person shut you down because they didn't finish things with another person in their life, you know, like maybe they're not actually broken up with the person that they said they're broken up with, you know, and I think you're kind of sitting there wondering what the heck is going on, like why I thought everything was like set in stone and perfect, and that's not the case. But I do feel like you not understanding it's because you're missing a piece of the puzzle. So I wouldn't like don't beat yourself up over it. I'm like a firm believer in the fact that like there's a lot more going on than just you. The cards that came out so far are the King of Cups. So he's really all up in his feelings, and I think that that's you right now. I think that it's very unlike you to be like this. I think it's very unlike you to kind of let something just kind of like be a cloud that's like hanging over your head. Once again, that goes back to the oracle card that I pulled. So this is, like I said, this is very unlike you guys, Leo. I don't think that like this is a normal thing for you to be just like have something bother you like this. So I would say that yes, I do think that there's another person involved. We have the Knight of Wands. He is reversed. I'm seeing him as kind of another person in this scenario. I don't know. And I'm also getting, okay, so the Five of Wands. So that's kind of alluding to, you know, just like not like a huge fight or anything like that, but it could just be like a disagreement or people not seeing eye to eye, or maybe some kind of like little pettiness where like you're kind of pretending to be nice to someone, but you know that like they don't like you and they know you don't like them kind of thing. And we also have the Six of Pentacles. So these two cards really kind of, I feel like, are on the same wavelength, I guess. It's all about like give and take and kind of about alternate like agendas, I guess. And I think that this may just be a warning about the other person. So if any part of your confusion has to do with a third party or maybe someone who you don't totally trust, I would keep your guard up. And I really would watch like where you're kind of you're trusting and where you're putting, who you're putting your trust in. But also just like watch what you say, because I feel like something that you say could be used against you. So yeah, like it's kind of like a weird development. Like I think that like whatever this piece of the puzzle that's missing, yeah, so we have the Moon card here. The piece of the puzzle that's missing, like you don't know what's really going on right now. We're just going to put it that way. And like that's very clear because the Moon card is always like things that can't be seen as of yet, things that you don't know, things that are buried deep in the subconscious, and just things that are working underneath the surface. So I think that this is a warning that you need to trust your gut. You feel like something's off. You feel like things didn't go your way. You know, you're doubting yourself a little possibly because this wasn't the way you planned it. But it is because, you know, there's someone else here who is really, yeah, you keep getting these like mysterious cards. So something else is going on. And I don't think that anything's going to really be revealed to you. I mean, it may be soon. I don't know. It's going to be sometime this month. But there's going to be a moment where you realize that, you know, you were not the only person playing the game. That someone else who has been, like, acting innocent has actually been, I don't know, just kind of, you know, just going against you. I just keep looking at this, like, Five of Wands card. Yeah, I think everyone has an agenda here. And there's a lot that still needs to be revealed to you. So, keep your wits about you, Leo. And don't let your emotions cloud your judgment, because it's not you. I feel like, yes, maybe your pride is hurt, or you're not feeling like you want to deal with whatever it is that you need to deal with. But at the end of the day, you are going to have to put your game face on. Like, you have to. And you have to, you know, act like everything is okay, because I think it's like almost time for you to like do a little digging. Like, you're gonna hit that moment where you're like, okay, I know that like there's something else going on here, and I need to be the one to figure out what it is. And the person that you least expected is going to be the one that is actually trying to undermine you, or trying to like, you know, has been saying things about you behind your back, and you know, that could be the reason why things aren't going your way. So don't be surprised if like something big is revealed to you towards the end of the month, because we have the Moon card and the High Priestess, and they both basically just come with the message of things are not as they seem. Be careful who you trust. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself, because shit's about to hit the fan. And you know, and I keep looking back at the horse. I mean, I really feel like the horse is telling you to just like, you know, you are the strongest person, you are the one doing the right thing. You know, you like don't doubt yourself, I guess. And we also have the Lovers came out. That could represent a Gemini. So this person who you shouldn't trust could possibly be a Gemini. And Geminis and Leos both have extremely strong personalities for the most part. And I don't want to like go with the stereotype that like Geminis are like two-sided and evil, but in this case there may be a Gemini that you just shouldn't trust, and people, you know, like that could 100% be the case. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else for the end of the month. And I feel like the timeline for this, I feel like the timeline for this could be like very quick. Like, this could be for some people like already happening right now. And so like, and it'll kind of wrap up and, you know, come to a close towards the end of the month. And so I think some of this could be like reversed for you guys. I think some of you guys, maybe if you're not feeling like shut down, or you're not feeling like someone just kind of rejected you at the moment, there is a sense that like either of these things could happen first. You could realize that a person was lying to you or going behind your back, and then, you know, become heartbroken, feel hurt, blah, blah, blah. Or it could be the reverse, you know? So I'm getting the sense that all of this stuff is extremely intertwined in each other, and that for some of you it could already be happening. For other people it could be happening later in the month. But just keep your guard up, and like I said, don't let your emotions keep you from seeing the truth about someone. But at the same time, like you need to trust your instincts, you know? If you feel like someone's keeping something from you, then you need to trust your gut. So, that's Leo. Is there anything else for Leo? End of the month. Queen of Cups. Yeah, so I think introspection is a huge thing. Like, depending on the timeline, this could go like a variety of ways, essentially. I feel like, you know, but at the end of the day, your message for you is meditation, is going within, is stopping and slowing down, you know, contemplate, think about your relationships. So, you know, don't put the blame on everybody else if things like go, you know, wrong. You learn from the experience, really. I think that like you have very empowering cards here, and you are gonna like learn and move through this. So I wouldn't see this as all bad, honestly. So please, 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 if you do not meditate, try it out. I think it will help you. But I do also think that, and I think that you may gain some like very, very, very intense wisdom from it. Like, don't be surprised if you try meditating and you get messages from your spirit guides, you get like premonitions. Don't be surprised if all that comes in, because the fact that you guys have the Moon card and you have the High Priestess, I just, I feel like there's a lot of latent intuition that could really come through and like give you some really insightful knowledge into your situation. So don't discount that. I think that there's a reason when people are called to meditate and go within. I think that there's some really powerful stuff that you can learn from. So yeah, so that is your reading for February. Thank you so much for watching, Leo. Feel free to watch the video for your moon and rising signs as well. Subscribe and leave a comment if this resonates. I would love to hear from you guys. And I will be back next month with your March readings. So, and then lastly, if you guys have more questions, if you want to get a personal reading from me, I do offer those on my Etsy shop, and you can also follow me on Instagram. All right, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.